take on
I didn't see his whole review, but I did read the rules. So what is his take? We'll have to see about that.
I'm not sure either, but like I there's a lot of strength in build.
Welcome to PhoBros, a Kill Team podcast presented by Florida United Kill Team and North Florida Kill Team.
All right, guys, welcome to the PhoBros Podcast. I'm Cameron, also known as Scorpius on the Discord. I'm joined here by my PhoBros brother, George.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm George with Sided Paradice, and today we're joined with a special guest, Tyler from Kill Team Cascadia.
Absolutely.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
How we doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. It's real good to be here. Man, I've known George for years and years and years. I don't think we've ever talked though, voice. I mean, no, briefly we were in one of Battle Brothers hobby. No, I
in the hobby chat. Yeah.
Yeah, hobby chat. But and then Cam, I know you from you hit me up to buy a shirt and
This
friendship
shirt right
blossom,
here.
Yeah, real recognized real right away. It was an immediate bromance right there.
Absolutely.
Honestly, with both of you, and here we are, all chatting about some Kill Team and stuff.
Dude, it's come so full circle here because also when I met Tyler, that was kind of right around the time that I was really just getting into Kill Team, and I was just looking for a cool Kill Team shirt that was kind of like band merch because prior to becoming a toy soldier connoisseur, I was in a band for the longest time and touring. I always loved band merch. Still obviously love band merch and hardcore music, but I was looking for something similar to bring to my Kill Team vibes, and I just happened to stumble upon this, and it was a very much a match made in heaven, which has then cycled into so much other good stuff, dude. I think it's the perfect thing about the Kill Team community. Same thing happened when I met George the first time. Same thing happened when I met Eric, when I met Ben. Pretty much anyone that I've created a real connection with, whether they're here in Florida or somewhere across the U.S. It's just the beauty of the Kill Team community just being cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of people in the Kill Team community that it's such a great outlet, artistically, paint your models and create stuff, but also to get together with real people across the table and play a game, which is something that COVID took away from a lot of us, and to get back out there and really re-engage and build those relationships in a way that a lot of modern society doesn't offer. Kill Team's that bitch, it's the real deal. 2-hour games, quick match play rules, no complicated list building. Kill Team is the way to do it, and people are excited and they're pumped up. And every year I just see people being more excited about it, which I love.
That's cool. Yeah, dude, super super cool. And it's everything that I think you could want with it. I just got a message though, letting us know that they cannot hear our audio.
Uh-oh.
Let's
No audio.
Oh no, it's working.
More excited about it. Is it just one person that has their stuff on mute?
Just one person because it's working on mine. So I don't know. Sorry, Dr. 0 Hour. I think that might just be you. I just checked my phone and I can hear myself through the phone. I'll give you a quick. Oh no, it's working. There's a 3-second lag, but it's there. So, all right, guys. Well, we're going to keep going here. I think they're saying maybe we need to turn up the volume. So let's just crank it for them. They need it at max volume.
Okay.
We can rock with that. So we want to jump in here and we want to knock off our first big topic of the week, which is Tyler, Kill Team Cascadia, Critcon, and Kill Scream. That is, the big thing. It just happened. It was the biggest event leading into the Warhammer Worlds in Atlanta. So Tyler, I have a lot of questions, but I want you to kind of just lead us off here. Jump right in.
Yeah, so I'll kind of talk about Kill Team Cascadia first, because there's probably people that aren't familiar with it. We are the largest Kill Team group, I think, in the world, possibly the United States. We span Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and kind of British Columbia, although it's mostly Oregon, Washington. We have very active tournament scene. We held the first 64-player tournament by an independent organizer, stuff like that. And so Kill Scream is our annual kind of end of the year event. It's a horror themed because it was kind of just a joke that has grown into a big thing. And you can't let a good joke die. Like, you got to beat it into the ground until it's not funny, and then keep going until it becomes funny again. So we're coming up on the fifth one next year. So Kill Scream 5. And it's going to be a big 64-player kill team tournament. And so that, as it's grown, okay, it went from last year, I had the crazy idea. I was like, hey, guys, what if we did it in a dead mall, okay? And so we're looking around, and Portland has a very famous dead mall, Lloyd Center. There's an ice skating rink in the middle. It's where Tanya Harding used to practice, if you guys are familiar with the Tanya Harding Nancy Kerrigan incident. That's like classic Portland lore. It's just like very Portland. Okay. So, we got the space there, and I was like, well, we got a lot of space here because they gave us an old H&M for a good price. And I was like, what if we turn this into a convention? Okay. And so we kind of like spun it up real quick last minute. We pulled in Dan Osborne, Useless Wizard, and, they were doing painting classes. We had AOS, Infinity, Kill Team, and a few other games and some vendors. It was like good. Like, it was a good start. But this year, we expanded into the Doubletree Hilton, which is actually across the street from the Lloyd Center. So we moved into like a real convention space this year. And so we were growing. We wanted to like make sure that we were taking care of people and like providing better amenities and like making the convention all we could. So it was 52 players were registered for our golden ticket Kill Scream 4 this year. We had a doubles tournament, which I think had 48 players also. Okay. Wow. Then we had Star Wars Legion, which had, I want to say 25 players, 26 players. Star Wars Shatterpoint, which had 18 or 20. XCOM, which had 24. War Master, Cyber Savage came out and did like a huge demo and like tournament, which if you guys haven't checked out Cyber Savages online, it's fucking sick. You're a hardcore fan, Cam. I'm sure you know Misery Whip.
Yep.
Lead singer of Misery Whip created Cyber Savages.
Oh, really?
And it is like it's a fucking sick kinetic tabletop game with like laser sorcery. Super cool, like high energy from that.
That's a hardcore fact right there. I would never have known that. That's not like out there. Huh.
Dude is so motivated. He is so motivated. He's playing shows like fucking, I don't know, every week it seems like.
Yeah.
And like his entire scene with his game is incredible.
That's cool.
We had War Master. We had Horus Heresy Legions, where they did a big Siege of Terra event at the gates of the palace, and they had big War Master Titans and stuff, and like it was just like an all-day narrative, like massive mega battle. Really cool stuff. And then we had Matt DiPietro come out, which if you guys are familiar with him, he's P3's personal artist for a long time, like studio artist. One of probably the best painters in the world, multiple Golden Demon winner, I believe, Slayer's Sword. Really crazy painter. Then we got Dan Osborne also out. Again, he did, if you're going to a convention, Dan Osborne's there. If you haven't taken one of his classes, you really should at Critcon next year. And then Useless Wizard was back, and we also had Selnar teaching painting classes. So that was really successful. And we're doing it again next year. It was just like the energy was so high. We gave a battle axe away at the end of Kill Scream 4 to Brandon Bean. He cut his hand on it a couple times. But it was just a wild time.
Wait, you said he cut his hand on it?
Absolutely. So, we were looking for we like to give away fun trophies.
Yeah.
You guys give away phenomenal awards, from the belts and the swords.
Yeah. So we tried to do themes. Okay. And so first year was heavy metal. And then the second year was wrestling. We gave away a bunch of like belts. So first year was giant, we gave away Frostmourne, actually, is what it was. And had like the engraving on it. Cause is there like a more chaotic looking sword out there? Really?
Definitely not.
For sure. It's like iconic. And then next year was like a big giant, championship belt, like a big 10-pound belt. And then that went to Jimmy Kelly. He took that. Mm-hmm. And then this year we gave away a battle axe. It was NASCAR themed, but we couldn't find a good trophy cup. So we just gave away a battle axe. I thought that was cool. But they sent us sharpened battle axe for some reason.
I like that it was actually like a real weapon, though. I think that really adds to it.
Absolutely, you know, and like he's like smacking it into his hand. He's like, ah, like fucking, it's so good.
It is kill
gosh.
scream, so it's yeah. It's fitting. It's fitting. It's better than getting like a big foam axe. You're just gonna be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like next year, you know, like we're gonna do it again. So we'll be giving away another sharp object for someone to poke themselves with. If you do fly out for Kill Scream 4 or 5, we'll ship it to you so that you don't have any problems with TSA.
Well, no, I will be there.
Awesome.
I will have no travel plans for the end of October except Kill Scream 5. It's also
October 23rd through 25th.
It's like
2020.
I'm born on the 28th of October, so I can do my Kill Scream and go either hang out there for my birthday or head somewhere else on the West Coast. It's kind of like it's a perfect double, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
and like,
I want to ask
so
you
one
too.
of the things that's
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say one of the things that's cool is actually we talked about the Games Workshop and the winners. So we passed the golden tickets down as one does because all of the top 3 had them. Okay, and then we also gave out one for best sportsman like overall there. And so both those people are actually going to Worlds next year because the time was so short. So if you come to Kill Scream next year, you'll actually be securing yourself a ticket for the following.
That's
year.
kind of nice.
So it'll
you
be
can just get one.
Yeah, it'll be your first opportunity to secure your 2027 golden ticket. So you know those sweats of you out there who think that you can come to the Northwest and get an easy golden ticket, come on, bring it on.
Oh yeah, we have it happen in Florida too. We've had it happen a couple times. Yeah. Foreign invaders, but you know. Honestly, more power to them. If you're driving plus 6 hours or paying for the flight, then whatever, dude. Like you come
Absolutely.
on, come on, dude.
Yeah, we love it. We love challengers. So
yeah, no, that's fun. You can't keep them all in house, but you know, we had a great run of Florida guys at Worlds this year, and our own. We're gonna have him on the pod in a few weeks. Our own boy, Landon. He's third in the world in Kill Team as of today.
Oh yeah,
so
killing it.
Yeah, he did absolutely ridiculous.
Landon representing the Florida United Kill Team,
and we had Ben, Vaughn, and Matt there too, all crushing it. They're, I don't know where everybody placed, but I know they all did amazing. And especially, Ben had that amazing stream game on Friday.
Oh yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. He walked away with the win with Rekkas against Canoptek. It was just sick.
Absolutely.
So shout out to all the Florida
completely.
boys. We got to have Ben on here soon as well. Get him to come chat about all his Rekka business.
Oh man, did you see? I was watching the commentary on the stream, and some people they were like, the amount of mistakes at such high level play makes me really question myself. Yes. And I'm thinking, what, you're not at fucking Worlds, bro. Shut the fuck up.
It's one of those like
get the Worlds.
Actually,
get to Worlds before you say shit like that.
Yeah, dude, that was
the amount of pressure those guys are under, and then on top of that, being on a live stream game, it definitely takes a toll. Things get forgotten. People make mistakes. We're only human, and sometimes it's nice to see when the opponents catch on it and are very okay with it, forgiving about it. But it happens. It's just pressure.
You have to think about how even when you're playing a game at like a small tournament, or even just like a game that you decide that, I really want to win this one, and then it's just things are just like so pressurized in a game of Kill Team, how easy it is to forget the most minuscule of things, and especially, and I can't imagine really what it's like to be on stream at Worlds in one of those top 16 or even top 20 positions where you're trying to, not that you should care, but you're trying to probably make sure you don't completely mess up on stream, which causes you to mess up more usually. So
I mean, like I can't imagine playing Kill Team for 4 days straight.
No.
Like really? Like that's so taxing. And then like some of these people are playing, like Zach is playing Sanctifiers, one of the Northwest, or anyone playing Canoptek Circle. Like that is like fucking brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
It's a brutal mental challenge.
Over 4 days.
Yeah,
it's like that's a slog.
It's too much. I felt the same way after Nova, which was 3, 4, and 3. So that was actually 10 games because we did the teams tournament. So we did 3 games for teams tournament and then 7 games at the actual GT. And when I left Nova, driving out of DC. I was on the phone with Eric, and I was like, I don't feel right. Like my brain was like kind of messed up. I didn't quite feel normal for like a whole another day. I think it was just so out of it. from the constant, not only the mental load, but there is that stress when you're really I was trying to do well at Nova, and I was hoping to get into that top 10 spot. I was very close, and because I think it was the GT winner was gonna go to like 9th place because everybody already had tickets. So you needed to finish 9th to get the golden ticket. So I pressurized myself a bit, and I did feel that stress tax afterward.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I only play 6-man teams for big events.
Yeah.
Like can't mess up if you only got 6 guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, and elites like are also just, they can be challenging in their own way. We have a lot to talk about, but I'll quickly mention this. I played a game today. My first game back on PhoBros. I played it for fun because I was like going to the game store with a bunch of the North Florida Kill Team guys. I was like, I'm going to take PhoBros and I'm going to take Felgor because I'm kind of maining Felgor at the moment. But I took PhoBros for fun to kind of get myself hyped for Wolf Scouts. And I played PhoBros into Salvagers, and I have not played Salvagers ever. And they just got some great buffs. And I played a really good Salvagers player who's one of our local North Florida Kill Team guys. Name's Quentin. And he took me down with him. And I was not ready for a lot of the things that they did to me. They're also I came to find out that they actually like to play elites. But it was one of those elite games where I was maximizing so much of my brain power to make the most out of my 3 activations on my 6 dudes, where it became its own little mental tax, because that can happen too. And same thing when I was playing PhoBros at like Nova. I was like really like crushing my brain trying to figure out like how can I do all these things and make sure that each of these APL actions has the most value.
Yeah. I mean, PhoBros are a big brain team for sure as far as elites go. There's a lot going on.
They're one of the more like smarty ones. If you compare them to like AOD, there's very different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, AOD is like, like no brain.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun.
Chain sword twice, I've always been an AOD hater, intercession hater. Always hated them. I thought they were like overtuned for a minute, and they're just like they were never as cool.
Now that they got their buff, they got debuffed, I guess. Actually, they got a
they're fine this edition. They've been fine for a long time. They're just fucking annoying for me.
I did play an AOD game after. Funny enough, today my second game was my Felgor into Drew's AOD. Drew's another big North Florida Kill Team player, and
shout out Drew.
Yeah, shout out Drew. The tilting shields turning off all special weapon keywords for crits was really annoying.
Yeah.
Even though it was like only once a turn, but it turned off ambush when I tried to use my ambush ploy at one point, which gives me the when I go from conceal to engage charge with the goat, I get a normal to a crit, but nope, not with the tilting shield. But there's still a lot more. They're a lot more tolerable now. That was my first time playing AOD since they've been kind of knocked down a bit, and it's definitely not so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, like they were annoying like at the beginning of the edition. They were annoying when Intercession first came out. If you knew how to play them. Sure. But like other than that, they're just like a very boring team overall. Not a lot of characters.
They're a beginner's team. They're very meat and potatoes. Yeah. They're a great team to learn with because they don't take too much brain power. So if you're trying to grasp this game, there's so much to learn. There is one of our other newer guys is there today. This guy named Alston, and he's playing Ravagers. It's the first team he's picked up, and he's been playing the game for like 3 or 4 months. He's catching really quickly, but he kind of was like talking to me in the middle of his game. He's like, I just keep getting gotcha. There's just so much stuff. And I'm like, honestly, dude, like the first 6 months that you play this game, you just kind of got to get the crap beat out of you. And that's just kind of how you learn. I was like, I think everyone that gets whether you end up being an amazing player or you stay just kind of like casual and intermediate, I think the first 6 months to a year, you just eat a lot of shit in this game because there's so many rules. I mean, and sitting and learning, like reading the actual rules does nothing for you. At least for me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I have to have stuff done to me or I have to do it, which is like anytime right? Yeah.
It's so much easier to see it like executed and like conceptualize it. Like you can read it, but like you can't really like prepare for like the setup that some teams can do to you. Like how are you going to read Blades of Cain as someone who's new to the game and not playing Blades of Cain and actually conceptualize them? I think players are still trying to understand Blades of Cain to this day.
Yeah, there's so many rules.
Right. Like, so how is someone new ever going to? They're going to play Blades of Cain the first time. They're going to be like, oh, elf bullshit. Like, oh, I get what people
sucks.
were saying. And like, I like that that's like a design paradigm for the game, elf bullshit. They're like, oh, we're going to make elves really bullshit in some kind of way that's just annoying.
And they just die really easy, but they can do all this stuff before they die.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're glass cannons, but
they are the true glass cannons. But yeah, the player needs, like you said, Tyler, the player needs the context, I think, to then grasp the real world reality of whatever the situation might be. It's when I first started playing the game, I was playing Eric all the time. Eric is one of the best players I know in the game overall, at least that I've actually like encountered. And I would get sometimes really pissed off playing against him when I first started playing the game, because he would play me with all these different teams, and he would be like, I can't explain this to you, so I just have to do it to you. And then I would just get like board wiped by like Brood Bros. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
And Eric is like super chill the whole time.
He's like super chill about it, and I'm just like,
come on, man.
I'm just like, I finished the game, I'm like, dude. And then later on now I do get it. Like, it's just kind of how it served me better for him to do that than for him to have like held my hand and walked me through these things.
Yeah, I'm famously bad at being good to new players, because I can't like turn it off. I don't have like a way to, I can only do like what I'm gonna do. And I'll like try to explain it, but like we have other people that teach in my area. Although I will say I'm very rusty. I haven't been playing very much these days. I keep up on the game, but like between the lead up and Critcon and stuff, and then the cooldown of Critcon, I just got my office cleaned today. Afterwards, so I haven't gotten too many games, and I'm looking for one this week though, hopefully. So
that's awesome. I think before we move on, I wanted to hop a little bit back into Critcon a little bit, just to kind of recap. I mean, it's for anyone listening. I think we have probably mostly Florida guys listening right now who are looking to, and there's a bulk of people that are looking to, adventure out of Florida this coming year. There was a chunk of us that ventured a lot, myself included, this past year, and we have a lot of guys that are looking to get to some conventions next year. I think Critcon should be on everybody's list, just in terms of visiting Oregon is very, very cool, and a great state. And on top of that, what you described, all the games, everything, there's also a really big Legion push in our community right now. And for everybody listening, if you're doing the Legion stuff, Tyler sent me these awesome photos of all the Legion boards that they had set up that were so sick. You guys have such a cool thing going on. And just like the merch, the way you guys are putting it together, that shirt that you had made for me, it's just so sick, dude. Like, just the vibes, it's just 10 out of 10. It seems vastly different from like the more like almost, I don't want to say corporate feel, but like Nova has a very clean corporate, like polished feel to it, as well as some other really big events, whereas yours just seems more just like kind of like badass. It's not, I don't want to say underground, but like it has that kind of like punk, like White Dwarf kind of feel to it, which is what I love.
I mean, it definitely,
yeah,
it definitely is. It as you guys get to know me better in person, you'll find out that I'm a very chaotic person. Like I'm definitely like all over the place. And I'm lucky to have like a group of people that support me and like help like make like the crazy ideas that I come up with possible. Like I'm really good at getting people hyped and stuff, and like coming up with ideas and promoting stuff and setting the direction. But like I have like Chuck, who's like my right hand man on like everything, my business partner with this, and like we are, like he really like helps make things actionable for me. And like he's allowed me to like get to where we are with a lot of the projects. But like if I'm going to put like a final plug for like people to come out from Florida to come to Critcon, you will be supporting like a very punk rock thing. It's called the Cascadia Regional Independent Tabletop Convention. We're very focused on like local independent vendors, people who make their stuff. You're not seeing people with like trash 3D print stuff. We do have 3D print people there that are making like high quality stuff that's already like, working. like with their own models, or they're working with companies to produce high-end stuff. You know, we have all kinds of independent tabletop game and zine creators, artists, you know, just various stuff that's like worth checking out on top of all these great games that are going on. You know, it's like a really great scene. And then you can also take world-class paint classes, you know, like
that's
where are you going to be able to like,
I'm coming for that next year, because I didn't get to do too much of that at Nova. I involved myself almost too much in the actual tournaments, which is something I want to try to do. Any cons I go to this year, I'm going to try to at least have one day to actually like enjoy the convention, ideally before the actual GTs start, because every convention I went to this year, I didn't get to enjoy anything except for the competition, which is great. But
I think that's like the problem with a lot of people that travel, Cam, is when you go to these events, like especially like the ones that I've been to as well, Nova and all that, you're usually going for the event and you don't have time to enjoy the painting classes and all the extra little things that these promoters got for everyone else to enjoy, because you're so tied up in this, you know, cut neck tournament, and you're there the whole day from when the convention opens till it closes, pretty much.
Yeah, dude, I was running my ass off. Like, at Nova, I was running like between games to go see something, to go like I was doing like a Trench Crusade demo because there was all this cool Trench Crusade stuff. When we finished the team tournament, I didn't think we were gonna win that team tournament, and I just left. I was like, all right, see you guys. And I went and did a Trench Crusade paint class, and I'm like sitting there like putting like rust on like a heretic trooper, and Tomas has called me like 18 times, and I didn't have my phone like in my person. It was like sitting somewhere near me. I finally get the phone, and I'm like, dude, I was like, what is up? And he's like, bro, they're trying to give you your trophy. Can you come downstairs? And I was like, oh shit, we actually won something. And that we won because of Miami Chris. Shout out Chris. He won us that team tournament.
Love you, Chris.
But also, Tyler, too, before we hop into the new team, Death Silence Box stuff, I wanted to talk also about the bounty system. And I'm going to let you explain that better than I could. But hands down, one of the coolest things I've ever seen in the Kill Team community. And Definitely. You can use it to support any cause that you see fit, as long as it's a good one. So, Tyler, please tell us about your bounty system.
Yeah, so we came up with the bounty system a few years ago. Kill Team Cascadia has always been kind of like organized as a charity group. I really like wanted to focus that and center that in the foundation of the group. You know, so I figure if you got money to buy a $50 Kill Team, you got $5 to donate to charity. You know, like, and I can bully you into that. Like, I'm persuasive and big enough to do that. You know, give me your $5 or you're never playing Kill Team in this town again. You know, anyways, so we created the bounty system, and basically what it is you buy a set of bounties. Okay, they're usually $5 a pop, and you get a raffle ticket in one hand and a bounty token in the other. The bounty token can be placed on any operative on anyone's Kill Team game other than your opponents. Okay, so you're looking for people that you've previously played, and maybe an operative that did you dirty in another tournament. Maybe you're playing a casual game against someone a couple weeks ago, and someone just like their medic rezzed the guy that you fucking just killed, and you were like, oh motherfucker, I hate that. Like, you know, so you're putting a bounty on that, and so people get rewarded for collecting the bounties. Okay, so they can go out and they can collect those bounties by killing those operatives, and then they also get the raffle ticket at the end of the day or the end of the tournament. If it's a multi-day tournament like Kill Scream, we collect all of the bounties, and the person with the most bounties, first 3 usually get prizes, and then we pull raffle tickets. You know, and we usually give away a lot of prizes on raffle. That's where most of our prize support goes. And so you have some really big chances to win. Sometimes it'll go up to like a full Tomb World box, or like, you know, that equivalent on there. We've given away fully pro-painted teams, all kinds of stuff. Over the course of like 4 years, I think we're close to like $8,000 now.
Wow.
We raised $1,000 at the last Kill Scream, which was really good. So
yeah, I just think it's the coolest thing. I mean, whatever you're raising the money for, but it also adds, you know, the charity is obviously the big part, but it just adds this really fun additional game mechanic that doesn't really affect the game itself. You're not really like changing any core rules. You're not doing anything that makes it too like wonky or narrative where it removes the competitive aspect of what you're doing. It's just like, hey, like this is on this guy, let's kill him.
Yeah.
Like that's just cool.
Absolutely.
And when I saw you guys posted, I wish I could share it right now on the stream, but I don't have it on my computer. I have a screenshot of it though from Instagram when you posted like the bounty rules, and I was like, this is the coolest thing. So I don't know what we'll use it for in the future, but the next North Florida Kill Team tournament will definitely be utilizing that. We have to figure out how we're going to do it, but I think it's very, very cool.
It's cool, like to be able to like make a donation to like a local charity. You know, we always like pick charities that are active in our local area. That have like direct action, because like we want to have like an impact. Make sure our money's going somewhere good. So this last one went to the Portland Immigrant Law Relief Foundation, so to help immigrants with their legal aid currently. So I thought that was very timely and appropriate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a big topic right now. A good thing to do with it. Yeah, dude, like so cool. And I think also like even more than everything you described about what's so great about Killscream, I think that is just like really just like this great thing that kind of cascades over the whole event, where it's like this is the vibe that you're bringing to the table with Critcon and Killscream. So, and the vibe is 10 out of 10. So
well, really I can't wait to see you guys there next year, and hopefully a bunch of other people from Florida. You got us
looped in. I'll be pulling everyone I can. We'll get. We're gonna have to see.
We got bulk. We got bulk room rates. We can get a special Florida block for y'all. Try to get like an even deeper discount. Like we'll work with you guys. Like, you know, we want you guys to come out and experience the best independent convention, the best kill team on the West Coast that you'll see. You know, and like the best bounty board system. You know, where it was originally applied on the West Coast. Some other people are apparently trying it, and they're not doing charity also. So if you're doing that, shame on you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to call names right now, but.
Very good, very good. Very diplomatic of you. But, you know, what can you do? People take what they see and they just go with it.
It's just fun. You know, it's a good way to raise money if you really needed it. So.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, what's from that? Let's kind of move into our next kind of main topic this week, which is obviously we want to talk about Dead Silence. I'm sure that's
Dead Silence.
George is excited. He's gonna do a woof howl. Let's hear it, George.
Oh yeah. Oh, can't wait.
You can do better than that.
That was it.
Oh,
come on.
All right.
I don't want to make a lot of noise. I have people sleeping.
He's got children. I forget.
That's fair. It's very late over there.
Yes.
GW has given us back our phobos. Me and Cam are in a very happy place. We're eating our lunch. Yeah. We got a wolf now on the squad. So we dropped an operative, picked up a wizard. Wolf, little Harry.
A wolf and a wizard.
Now we got a wizard now.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Insane.
I think the team rules are super cool. The store is kind of I think a little bit and
oh, everybody's breaking up.
I think I froze up a little bit. I don't know if you guys.
There, you're back. Yeah. You broke up for a second.
All right. Yeah, small technical difficulties, right?
A little bit.
But yeah, I've really noticed that they're doing a lot of token things with all these new teams. Like Canoptek has it, Raveners have tokens with the tunnels and stuff. So it's kind of like a new thing that these the developers are making.
They're creating these like bubbles that move with the team that give them that powers them up. I will say, like, as excited as I am for the team, I mean, after reviewing the team and all the rules, I mean, they're disgusting. They're going to be like the bane of a lot of people's existence that aren't going to play them for the first month or two. I already said to all my locals, though, I was like, I've been playing Phobos. When nobody played Phobos, I'm going to play new Phobos because I played Phobos before. And I was like, I don't want to hear anything about it. So that's what I said. I'm a co-host of a podcast that is literally called PhoBros. So like, you get nothing on me for this one.
Yeah, you guys are allowed to. Like, you guys all get an automatic pass.
Yeah, we're
you know, like they could release like the most busted, like disgust. They could be like, oh, you get 10 Phobos operatives. They all get plasmas and 9-inch move. You know, and we'd be like, you guys get a pass on that. Like everyone else is outlawed. You know, you guys fine.
Yeah, no, but
plasma,
obviously excited.
The fact that the warrior gets all your you can have warriors with plasma pistols. It's like, what? You can run 5 dudes with plasma pistols?
There's so much plasma on the team in general. Like, except for who doesn't have one? The marksman and the medic, I think. But the medic has like
Fang Bearer.
Yeah, the Fang Bearer. Is he the medic or is he somebody else? But he's got a ridiculously special bolt pistol. And then the marksman has another ridiculously special bolt rifle. So, I mean, you're eating good in every area of the team. It's like almost like where
100%.
Yeah.
The wolf doesn't have a plasma mouth or anything. So
okay.
You know, they kind of dropped the ball there, you guys.
Yeah,
like,
he should have had like a plasma cannon.
They could have given him
absolutely. Although I have to complain as a Dark Angels fan. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like why the fuck is the Space Wolf team the plasma team? Come on. Like we just got the Strike Force Varial. Like that. These should have been Dark Angels themed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
I would have preferred that because I have to edit mine regardless and turn them into a different chapter. I'm not a Space Puppies guy. I know George is.
Yeah.
We're so sorry, George. I have never been able to get down with it. I had a small period in my 40K history. I was in middle school. The show Vikings had just come out. I was like, oh, yeah, great show. But like at that time in my mind, I was like, okay, like I'll play Space Wolves now. That was a very short period that I'm not even proud of. And then, yeah, coming back full circle now, I'm like looking at this team and I'm like, wow, I have to cut so many pieces off of these guys because I just don't do the Space Wolves. But I have a great proxy idea. I got a whole thing for I'm not even using the wolf. I got another sick mythical beast that'll be taking the place of the wolf.
I know what you're doing, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Oh no, wait! I gotta tell Tyler, so I might as well just say I'm doing Iron Snakes, and Tyler will love this. My wolf proxy, I got a 1980s pewter Warhammer Fantasy Sea Snake model. That's about it's 2 inches long and about 2 inches tall, and it fits perfectly on the wolf base. The only thing is it weighs like a half pound, so it's a little awkward.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's like the most badass little miniature you've ever seen.
That's incredible. The Iron Snakes are one of my favorite chapters.
Dude, they're all vibes.
I was listening to Brothers of the Snake today.
That's where everybody's got that kind of connection to them. That's how I learned about it. Was Ben told me like months ago, like, yo, read Brothers of the Snake. So I just read that and I was like, wow, this is sick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of like the better early Space Marine books, especially for loyalists. You know, like deviated. I think like the Emperor's Spears. They basically were like, let's do an updated, Brotherhood of the Snake. Yeah. Which they should have just kept with Iron Snakes.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, the Emperor's Spears I was like not nearly as down with. Like I didn't like the trident symbol. I was like, I don't know.
It was good, like, but they feel like they overlap a lot.
They do. They feel like a very similar. It feels like a reboot movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm personally going to do mine, speaking of reboots, as like old school Dark Angels when they still had Native American theming on my PhoBros.
Yeah.
So, remember when they were all Native American? You guys probably don't because you're all babies.
I've seen. I don't remember this period, but I've only just seen art. So.
Yeah. So there's like a period of time where like Dark Angels, they were like really like looking for identity, and they were like Native American themed. They had like this whole like lore about how they got the Deathwing color of the armor, because like that lore has changed. Like that's been like a pretty big retcon in there, So like, yeah, it's good stuff. If you guys go look it up, it still has like a place in the modern lore, but it's just changed.
That's cool though. Okay. That's the stuff I love the most about this hobby is like those like deep-seated like lore nuggets, the old school stuff that you just don't come across that often. I mean, even like most of the people I've talked to the Iron Snakes about really don't even know what it is. I mean, you two knew immediately, but you guys are pretty deep into it. A lot of people are like, wait, what is that? Like the sea snakes? And I was trying to explain how like I'm gonna be like subverting the power swords and knives in replacement for like sea lances, and people are like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's like a big spear. I'm like, it's like a big spear. It's a big spear. That's not how it's a big spear. It's a giant spear.
Don't they use a small sword?
I think like they have the sword too. But I was just like the sea lance was all vibes for me to like throw in there, like because they fight the snakes with the lance.
That's fair. That's fair.
Work too. Yeah, little swords. I'm just trying to think of how I can paint the little tattoos on their faces because they're like covered in the blue tattoos on their faces, which is really sick.
Steady hand, exhale.
Pen.
Yeah, exhale, steady hand, water down your paint, and you'd be surprised that if you just kind of freehand it.
Pass out at the hobby desk.
Let's talk about the other side of the box, though, because we're talking all Space Wolves.
Sorry, well, we had to go like deep into
the other
PhoBros.
Side of this box isn't a threat.
Isn't sick. I'm fucking stoked about this side of the box. You know.
What do you think about the stealth suits, Tyler?
I mean, like, they look fun. You know, like I'm excited about stealth suits because I'm a Tau enjoyer.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys. We recently read Elemental Council. For our book club, which we do over on Kill Team Cascadia, and I love that book personally. I've read all of the Tau books, and I'm super stoked.
Yeah, I think I've always been stoked about this idea of having this specific team come out. The problem is for me is that they released it with a team that subverts how much stoke I can have for the Tau suits. So I think my excitement for the Tau suits might come a little bit later once I've gotten through my like new PhoBros obsession. But yeah, like months back, I think I was like daydreaming. I was at Warpfire playing a game with Ben, and I remember daydreaming about teams that I wish we would get. I think we mentioned the stealth suits multiple times because we felt like it was so kill team, and it feels like if they were gonna make a kill team. I was actually shocked we didn't have it sooner because like it just it's when you buy the unit in 40K it's 3 guys, so it's like they are.
We had it in the compendium. To be fair, it was in the compendium. So you did have that. Okay. A while ago.
The compendium doesn't count for anything.
When Kill Team dropped and I learned how to play the game, my opponent Victor loved those stealth suits, and he was dominating me. This was back when Space Marines were 5-man team. Before we got the 6 model. Okay. And they were so disgusting. And I was like, man, if they ever get a bespoke team, they're going to be really scary. Here we are, like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the rules. So I've heard like multiple things from different people. You know, Tyler mentioned can you roll a crits take earlier. I was messaging with Tomas, who's one of our Miami guys, but he was on the pod 2 weeks ago when I was out. And he was telling me that, you know, he's talked to some competitive people and that his kind of take kind of agreed with mine where, like, this team isn't starting in the best spot. I don't think so. Compared to, I also watched the battle report on squad games. I mean, the Wolves really hurt the Tau. I think on the initial launch, we'll have to see. I think the problem is for the Tau is be the melee. That's
that dog kind of eats the Tau right now. Like, it really, like, it does a number on him. With just like how fast and how devastating it is, but like I don't, because like they can't fall back from the dog, you know, right? Like, like it's just like it's just gnarly. Like I do think that the stealth suits are very similar to like Void Dancers. May even almost play like new Void Dancers. You know,
where you kind of give them the weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, they're going to be hard to hit. You're not going to be able to do a lot of damage. I think like a cagey player is really going to have a good time with them.
My first thought is Matt.
I think,
George.
You know, I think that there's a depth to stealth suits. I think that like the apparent strength of the Space Wolves is right there. Like you see it. It's in your face. You know, it's all the plasma, it's all the ploys, it's the big frost line you got there. You know, the stealth suits are really good at shooting. You know, they have ceaseless bolters. Like, that's gnarly. Yeah. You know, just like their basic profile everywhere.
No, their shooting's
and then
crazy.
2 melta guns.
Even hitting on 4s,
right.
And they have all the accurate as well. I mean, they're slow, and but they'll be hard to hit. And I think, like you said, they're gonna be like intricate. I think that there's going to be a lot of like, you know, deep players that go like the dude that only plays one team and he figures out all this crazy stuff. That's going to be the Tau team. You're going to see a lot of those kind of guys, I think, playing that team, which is cool though. And I think on initial release, like you said, like the Wolves are going to be, I think the Tau are going to come out like steady. The Wolves are going to be like OP, and you're gonna see the wolves get nerfed in 2 slates because that's just the way things go, and then you'll see the Tau get like maybe a slight buff, but they'll kind of probably always stay there, and they're gonna have like their audience of people.
I think they'll get nerfed once they. I think like people will catch on to them. Like we have too many players that are good for them to not like. I think that like I think stealth suits are gonna be gnarly.
Yeah,
you know they're definitely more intricate, but like we can't underestimate some of these top tier.
They might be more PhoBros than the wolves in a way. I think in terms of playing like. When you play PhoBros, if you're really playing them, you're going to play really cagey and very carefully, even though you're fast. You typically, PhoBros, at least for me, I win the most with PhoBros when I cage up and I counter punch very carefully.
Yep. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Like, it's so hard to deal with. You know, and like this, especially with this season, okay? This season is very third and fourth turning point.
Yep.
Like, you know, like second turning point, like stuff still gets hot, you know, like someone overextends just a little bit, stuff's going to get messy, but like a player who can hold back, who can restrain that rage and play the mission, outplay your opponent, take those pot shots, and then like, you know, maybe eliminate 2 or 3 of their elites, you know, like early on, and then just kind of like whittle them down slowly, outplay them. That's what wins the games. Like, we're not seeing as many high-scoring games.
No.
We're not seeing people in the 20+ like we used to. We're seeing we're also seeing a lot of ties right now too. So the game's in a really interesting spot, and I think both of these teams are going to play to some of the game's changing meta there to be really strong. I think some people are writing off the stealth suits, and I don't think you should do that.
No.
So.
I actually think the stealth suits are going to be the stronger side of the box, ironically. I think that for some reason, I think their weapons are going to be nasty. I think the games that we've seen are just, you know, new rules, new teams.
Yep.
But I think it's just like Tyler said, you give this team to someone like Matt or someone like Ben that really like analyzes teams and figures out how to make every little operative work well, they're going to be almost impossible to get close to without getting turned into a Swiss cheese.
Well, I think that's the thing too that's crazy with them is it's hard to charge them. I mean, if you do read into the rules and the different interactions that they have, if you look at the actual individual cards, I mean, there is a lot of things they can do to like get that extra movement back. The drones, they can delay the movement with the photon grenade, I think is what it was called.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff in there, and like you said, it's just they're going to be a big brain team where I think the Wolf Scouts will have their own.
I think it's just like Tyler was saying. You just need to play that, and how you were saying, Cam, you need to play that cage game where you actually hunker down, play for points, and make your opponent come to you. They're not unless they could get to you really fast and get to all of your stealth suits. They're gonna get riddled.
Well, you can't even shoot them outside of 3 inches, so.
Exactly. What are you going to do? If you can shoot them, it's not going to do any good. They're still going to be like retaining extra dice, you know, for being obscured and like
they have like 12 health, right? They're like 12 health or something. Yeah,
3 up saves. Like they're solid.
They're chunky.
They are PhoBros. Like, I mean, both these teams are similar in a way, just very different loadouts and different abilities. But yeah, I think to cap this one off, I mean, regardless to say. Since I've joined the hobby, this is the box, and I said this last time we talked about it, that I've been most excited for. I think just on both sides, both the teams are just so cool. I mean, regardless which one you're going to play first or which one you care for, if you don't care at all, in my opinion, they're just both very cool, like quintessential 40K things.
100%.
So cool.
Yeah. I love this box. If you could get one, supplies were limited.
I had to split one with somebody.
Very limited.
I've never struggled to get a box before. Like, you know, like even in the past when they were like, "Oh, we can't get these boxes," I would end up with 3 of them. You know, "Oh, we can't get Ashes of Faith," and I'd be like, "You guys, please buy my stuff from Ashes of Faith that cost from me." You know, but like, yeah, I'm super excited with this box. Although I do feel like it's a good price, you know, especially if you're getting at a discount retailer. But it definitely like feels empty. I wish there's a little more in it.
Yeah,
you know?
you're missing a little bit.
You should have come with a terrain piece or something.
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah, because you're getting 2 5-man squads essentially, right? So you're getting 10 models.
I think if you got it from an LGS that had the discount, you're looking at like, I think it was like 90 or 95 with shipping.
Like I think it's 97.
Yeah, they didn't include any Tomb World editions, which I don't know what you would really do. Maybe in the future. I will say this though, in terms of what you were saying real quick about not being able to get them. So I was actually at my local like Warhammer corporate store on Saturday playing a Kill Team game with one of my St. Augustine locals, and this is how you know it's bad. That store was only allocated 2, so the corporate stores got 2, and we have another store in Jacksonville called Vortex that usually gets like 7 or 8 of each box allocated to them because they sell so many. And they were also in the same boat. I think they maybe got 3 or 4, actually more than the corporate store. But still, it's just really low allocations on this one. It's like almost every time it's getting like they tighten that noose, like they're just really making it like a very play hard to get thing with these teams, and it's just driving the demand up. You look on eBay at Dead Silence right now. Yeah, it's $300 on eBay.
Oof.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I think there's a lot of people that want these boxes. I definitely like don't think. So, like, this season feels a little different than the rest of them. Like, it feels like Kill Team's, like, kind of hit a big time in some ways, Like, they keep saying it's a mainline game, right? Like, but I feel that it's really kind of come into its own with this season. I think Tomb World is an improved Into the Dark, like, straight out, other than, like, the assembly of it or, like, anything like that, because it sucks. Like, it doesn't stay together. Like, it's fucking, it's like more crooked than, I'm not going to make the crude joke. I should. But like, like, it's just like, you look at the stream on World and it's like fucking like, it's like, meh, like fucking, it's bad.
Some people's came that way. Mine came that way. Like, I had pieces just already just messed up in the box.
Dude, fucking, I've touched 5 sets of Tomb World to paint. Yeah. And I would say that most of them are pretty fucked up.
Yep.
The ones that I sent off for someone else after that commission were all fucked up. Some of them were like
they're warping, like you would expect a like 3D print would warp. When you like get something 3D printed, you leave it in the sun in your car by accident, and it kind of like completely shifts. It's almost like it's doing that. It's weird. My ITD set has never done that, but my ITD set was more annoying to build. So I don't know, like, pick your poison.
Yeah. I think, like, if we get some breachable walls and teleport pads, I'll still run ITD over Tomb World, like, for ease of actually having straight walls.
Yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying. The worst thing, too, is, like, with both those sets, I've seen it happen, too, where it levels and the walls are off the actual game board by like a centimeter. Isn't that the most annoying shit?
That's from people not sanding their intersections.
Yeah,
on
the caps. Yeah,
they're not building.
You need to sand like the whole area like that joins in. Yeah. And if you don't do that, they're gonna fucking bow. Because I have like 9 sets of ITD.
Right.
So some were prepped by other people. The ones I prepped myself and sanded, just get a nail file, fucking tape it to your desk and go to town.
Nice.
No,
that comes out as the hobby side of stuff with people.
Yeah.
Which we'll cover. We're at some point here in the near future, we're gonna do some hobby episodes. We're gonna bring in some of our favorite painters, people we want to talk to about painting and building and kit bashing and all that good stuff. But we're getting close to our hour mark here, so I think we should hop into kind of like our last 2 segments. One being the Auspex Scan. So let's just verbally kind of get into that. We've actually talked about Tyler and I's shirts before, I think on our first episode, but we have the man here himself, the big brains behind the operation, so we have to jump right in real quick to talk about Dicethrower on the Auspex Scan. So Tyler, take it away. What do we have going on? What's about to ship? What ships next? And what do we have on the docket for our next release? Take us away.
Yeah, so I assume most of you are familiar with Dicethrower right now because we're all sporting it. I'm wearing the Necron shirt right now, Kill Team shirt, All Our Rights Are Bastards. And that's one of the OG All Our Rights Are Bastards, too, from like years ago before we updated the shirts we use. So I make like really, I like doing bootleg shirts. I was just really sick of there not being high quality band style shirts, for something that's so cool. Like the shit that GW offers, garbage. It's 2 sizes too small. It's DTG. It's not even screen printed, and they're like using like their worst art possible. Like it's like derivative and boring. So like I thought we deserved something more, something legally distinct but still within the realm, so we don't get sued. And I started making some shirts. And when they hit me up and wanted to do a shirt for Florida, and I was like, fuck yeah. And it's been like the shirt he's wearing was the start of our friendship, and ever since then, he's like, let's do the Florida shirts. And, we
Which
actually
is
like,
super sick.
they're super sick. And like, they were a hit outside of Florida too. And that was able to like fund the Necron shirt art. Like when I was like, hey Cam, we got this extra money.
Well, yeah, it really just snowballed into now we just start working together on this thing. I don't think it ever was really going to be that. It was really just a one-off. And then Tyler was like,
absolutely.
Tyler just like kind of like pushed me under his wing and was like, let's just make these shirts, pal.
You're mine now.
Yeah, he just kind of took me. And I was like, dude, and I was down for whatever. I mean, I'm all about the same thing. Like I just wanted to make cool stuff with my friends. So
yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, like that's the thing that like really gets you in trouble when you're like, you know what I should do for my friends? I should start a convention.
Right.
I should print up a whole bunch of shirts. I should, it's a good idea. Follow your stupid ideas and like go have fun and like go make stuff. You're not bound to do like whatever you want or like to like whatever like society tells you. You go do anything and you can have fun and like you do stupid ideas and like it'll work out probably, mostly, maybe. The shirt stuff's worked out. And like I just like every time I make a shirt, I snowball like anything I make into spending more art, and it's just like it goes like that. Like
it just funds the next one. And then I think at the moment, I don't know how many. I think Tyler and I have like 6 shirt designs, maybe concocted in our minds that are gonna take us easily through the next year. I think. Because
I could probably drop a shirt every month if I had the like emotional and physical capacity to do it, like, and monetary, ability. I think people would get sick. They'd be like, God, this guy's just dropping too many fucking shirts.
Yeah,
like,
I would be worried that we would just completely. Our audience would be like, we can't buy anymore right now.
Exactly. They're like, no, I've literally had my friends tell me that. They're like, bro, like you just dropped the shirt a while back, and I don't have like $40 to spend on a shirt. And I know my shirts are expensive, you guys. I've had people complain. Yeah, like I'm focused on the quality. I don't make any money. The most money I've ever made was last year at Critcon when I printed like a whole hella extra, and I made enough to pay for shirts that didn't even make the minimum order printing and buy a couple beers for friends. This is all hobby. Like, so like support us. It's like high quality shirts, locally screen printed. You're not getting shitty DTG stuff. You're getting like the highest quality blanks I can find. It's printed on AS Color heavies generally, which if you were just to go to the store and buy one of those from the AS Color website or from Amazon, it's a $30 blank.
Yeah,
the stonewash that we print on are $35. Yeah. Retail, no printing, no art on it. So like that tells you what like we're going into on this. Like margins are slim. We're not making money. We're making enough to cover our ass on this. We just want you to look cool and feel good and like have a shirt that like is like worth putting on. So you're not like, God, I'm a fucking 40-year-old man and I'm wearing shirts like I did when I was fucking 15. Yeah. Like shitty band shirts that make me itch. Like, no more of that. Like, get something that fits proper and feels good. So, my girlfriend's actually out in the living room packing up everyone's orb shirts right now. She's a sweetie. So,
I think the Necron shirts
those are going to be
a huge hit in Florida. I mean, I know we got a couple shipping to me. I had a lot of hype about those when we announced them. So I know a lot of people are very excited to get the orb shirts. We had like people that like started playing the team after they bought the shirt. So they were like, and now they're excited to like play the team while wearing their shirt, which I think like shout out John Sciani. I know he was like, he got a shirt once he started playing the team. He's like, I'm stoked to have the shirt too.
Dude.
So super cool.
Yeah. I got to see people at Critcon because they pick up their shirts and then they wear it the next day. Yeah. And like, that was super awesome.
I think that is my favorite shirt so far. I mean, the Florida one's great. I just loved the meta of putting the rules on the back. That was Tyler's idea. to put the
cool.
mission rules on the back of the orb shirt, which is too cool.
Yeah, and then we had some cowards wanting like the front print's a little too intense for me. Can I get a little chest print in the back? And like it looks good. You're not actually a coward.
That's why we did the extra with the
orb too.
Yeah, which actually had some hype around it too. To be honest, there's some. I had a couple.
Dude, it was sick. Like it really actually sold as well as the original one on there. So I was super happy about that. So those are shipping. Like all of them will ship by the end of this week. The Cover the World shirts, Sherwin-Williams knockoff, just went like to the print shop. I just collected all those numbers.
Those are the World Leader shirts, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And then so those will print. Probably finish up sometime December, early January, because we got some holidays coming up, and so those will ship around then. And then we got Death Watch. Right, that's next on the
which we really haven't showed much of that yet. I posted it on my story, and barely anyone saw it because that's how that shit goes. So we'll share more of that soon. We're gonna get that final artwork back here, but I will say that that's definitely one of my favorite art designs we've had so far is the Death Watch shirt.
Oh man, I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
It's an Iron Hands Death Watch member.
Yeah.
And the art is based on one of everyone's favorite nerd movies from the 80s. So it's very cool.
You can actually, if you pop over to the Kill Team Cascadia Discord, I think I posted it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll go check it out.
Local Discord, I think, as well. Yeah, I was pretty stoked when we got that back. So we'll announce that one here soon. And that's all the vibes on Dicethrower. Dicethrower is important. I think.
Where can people find your shirts, Tyler, real quick?
Yeah, dicethrower.bigcartel.com or at Lowbrow Minis on Instagram are the best places to kind of keep up with what I'm doing.
Yeah, if you're super lazy, click the link in the bio.
Yeah, not only like my shirts, but also, like with Critcon and all of that stuff. I'm always doing something. So
yeah, everybody go follow Tyler at Lowbrow Minis.
Lowbrow Minis.
You'll see it.
Yep.
It's easy. I have the shirts in the link in my bio on my Scorpions account always as well. And it updates with every new shirt, so we're keeping.
Yeah, you'll get to see what, like my nonsensical shit posting about Warhammer.
Tyler does have some legendary stories. I frequently am hearting them with a little heart. That's also just to keep up my bromance love, but it's also to be like, this is actually pretty good.
That's I think that's the best part of like my account is like the random shit I post in my stories, because like sometimes it's like directly related to Warhammer, and sometimes it's like my unhinged thoughts, so
that does happen. That happens to the best of us. But okay, guys, that's the big take. We got one more segment. We're gonna hop into what our regular show ender here, and I'm gonna throw in our little sequence for this. We're gonna hop into That's Heresy Brother right now. Let's get to it.
That's Heresy Brother.
And we're back from that. It was a glorious picture. Tyler sent us that photo, and it's probably gonna go on the Instagram account. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a good photo. There's you put that up there like the canon event, and like there's a lot of photos of me with making that face. So definitely a canon event.
The glowing eyes too, which is everything.
It takes it overall. I made it actually an emoji on my Discord. So.
Sick.
Yes.
Sick.
I was like, oh, this is too good.
All right. For That's Heresy Brother this week, we have a very classic argument in the Kill Team community. We have Horde teams versus Elite teams. We have Tyler, who's going to come in. He is our contender. He is arguing for Horde teams tonight, which is opposite of his usual. Tyler historically is a West Coast Elite guy. Now we're going to hop over to George. After that, he will be arguing for Elites, which should come pretty easy to George. He's been an Elite player since I've known him. So let's see what we got. Tyler, take us away.
Well, so first off, I couldn't take PhoBros away, like Elites from PhoBros away. So I had to hand it over to y'all. But like I have seen the shift in our game to almost exclusively Elites. Almost the last 2 seasons, we haven't seen any true Hordes except for Brood Brothers, right? Mm-hmm. It basically feels like the Horde is dying, and I'm here to object. We need more Elite, or like Elite, what I'm not even saying. I'm saying anti-Elite teams. that are hordes. We need veteran guardsmen. We need more chaos cult. We need more blooded. We need just more teams with more people. I want to see just a horde of absolute weirdos who shouldn't be able to kill a Space Marine, but can, because there's 50 of them. I think we need a 20-man grot team.
Yeah.
So it'll be one knob, or one run third, and 18 grots.
That's heresy, brother.
Absolutely. That was legal in Compendium too. That's actually the only good thing in Compendium.
That's awesome.
I just think that hordes bring a different flavor to the game. Yes, they're harder to manage. Yes, they're harder to balance. With Gellerpox going away also, we're really out of those big teams. We don't have any big teams. We deserve big teams. You deserve something big in your life.
Nice. I give that a thumbs up.
I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm going to tell you that's heresy. Because I don't
5 is enough, right?
I don't want to paint 15 models. I want to paint 5. I want to come to my desk, hobby for like 20 minutes, throw them on some cardboard, and go play Kill Team. I don't want to remember 18 sets of rules. Who has time to learn the comms specialist does this and the bomber specialist does it? And then you said 20 models. Crazy. It's heresy. It's heresy. I can't.
Yeah. No, I understand. You gotta have big brain to play these big brain teams with the big numbers.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that we're all used to hearing, no, 6 is enough. 5 is plenty. That's all I need to get the job done. But we all want a solid 12 to 14 when we can get it. So that's all I have to say to rebut that.
George, any argument back on that, or are you gonna let that die?
Oh man, kind of left me stunned with that one.
14 inches will do that.
Usually the problem with horse teams are so overwhelming.
14 models, operatives.
So overwhelming. I do agree with you. I think the game has shifted to elite teams, and not just Space Marine elite teams, which is what I was commenting earlier in our little pre-pod discussion. I am so happy that we are getting Rekkas and Tyranids and Necron elite teams, because that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, the stealth suits now too. I think that's awesome. But I do agree with you, Tyler. It's been a while since I've gone to 12-man human army, human team, and I'm kind of missing it. We had Kazarkin, Vetguard, all these teams come out and we're like, hey, what's up with all these? The Breachers, what's up with all these human teams? And now we haven't gotten them in a while.
I think what we really need, a real season of chaos. So we got Into the Dark was basically the inquisitorial agent season. They're building out the agents there. We need one. It's a whole season. Chaos. They need an inquisitorial agents for chaos. And it's just a bunch of random fucking weirdos for chaos. Stick them up against some Xenos. We'll have a good time. So...
Go to the Archon. We talked about that.
Gribbly hordes, demons, Legions of Ashtor. Cool. There's so many options there. But ultimately, whatever you like to play, that's what's really matters. Have fun, right?
I think that is the most important thing with anybody.
Get out and play Kill Team.
Yeah, get out there and play some Kill Team. Don't worry about what it is. Choose the team that you vibe with the most. Even if they ain't very good, if you really care enough, you'll find a way to win a tournament with them.
Get your reps in.
See it all the time.
Yeah. The 100% reps are the key to winning. It's really about just playing the game.
There are some bad matchups no matter what, but any team can win a tournament with the right pilot. And I think that is a very key point for anyone new that might be listening to how you choose. I would agree, though. We just had. I do agree with you, Tyler, and I think we're going to see it anyway. Because now, if you look at the past couple releases and then what we've already seen with Murder Claw coming up, we've gotten a lot of elite teams to kick off this new season. I think that is to obviously replace some of the teams that we were losing that are going away. So they're kind of trying to just fill that gap really quick. They're very quickly caulking that over. But I think spring releases into next summer, we should see some heavier operative account teams coming out. Would be cool to see. I mean, we just had Like Blooded got that boost, and we had a Florida native going to Worlds, Vaughn, and he took Blooded. He did really well with them. He went undefeated. He was holding the top spot on the first day, or was it day? I think it was day one. He was at first. He was undefeated the first day and played really well the rest of the tournament with them. And it really showed the strength of a team like that with a little buff and what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Blooded is the monstrous team.
Dude, they're so sick. I mean, it is a bunch of weirdos. You have a human chaos captain with a power fist. You have a mutant chaos ogre with a freaking like crab claw. I mean, like, what more do you want from 40K?
The team definitely has a lot of flavor. It's very cool.
I always liked it. Never played it, but I always looked at it and was like, damn, if only I felt like painting that many models. So George, your argument does persist, because I look at teams sometimes that I'm like, I'm not painting that.
Yeah, they got so much cloth and like metals and like, you know, all these like extra.
I go too hard on the painting. Like I can't like drop my quality to like commit. Like the most I'm doing.
Give me my 6-man like flat panel Space Marine team. You know.
Yeah, you know, like here's the thing though. Like a team like Legionaries though, I have 20 operatives built and painted. God. I've painted for my Legionaries. I have every single option you can take, because I'm personally of the belief. I'm anti-magnetization when it comes to the hobby. Yeah. Okay, you need to build every single operative, because you know it's like 20 operatives at most, right? Unless you're playing Inquisitorial agents and you're a sadist. You build every single operative. Each one is its own unique guy with its own special weapons that he likes. You give him a name. You give him a story. You know, you mourn them when they die. If they get bad, you rip the arms off of them and glue them on a new guy. You know, like that's just how it works, at least in my land. So
yeah, no, I'm with you. I did some magnetization for my Necromunda gang, and it was such the biggest pain in the ass. I ruined a bunch of arms trying to drill into the arms. I gave up. I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Personally, I would rather go work like another hour or two, like, and just buy another box or a couple bits if I need to. You know, go make some money. That's where I'm at, rather than buy magnets, fuck up my models like you're talking about, and then have to have fiddly fucking magnets everywhere too. So, you know, like, anyways, if you guys like to magnetize though, if you're listening, have fun with it though.
With a Space Marine, I feel like it's doable. They're big enough. Like I don't know if I would still do it. It's like a lot of work more than it is it's worthwhile. I typically, what I do with all teams, I kind of pick my starting operative list and what I think is going to work best and make that work, and I build and paint that group of guys. And then as I need more, or if I want to try someone new, then I build and paint the new one. Seems to just make it easier for me. It's what I did with PhoBros. Every time I needed a new PhoBros operative, I'd be like, go back to my sprue, I'd cut that one out, I'd build him, I'd paint him by himself. It would take me 2 days. It was way easier than doing it all at once, at least to my ADHD brain, which always was like, oh, I don't want to do 12 guys, and that's okay.
That's fair. Yeah, I very much like paint in like almost like a fugue state. I would say I like get like I kit bash my guys like, you know, quickly. I'm like, and then I have to like paint them within 48 hours.
Okay, so you just get it done. Like, which is
the
kind
demons
of
are going to get me, you know, like my brain's going to eat itself. I don't know. Like, it's like it has to come out fast, or like it kind of starts and then I'm like, ooh, and then I lose interest and like kind of.
There is the dopamine drag. You want to avoid the dopamine drag of taking too long. I had it happen with Nemesis Claw, where I planned out Nemesis Claw, bought the box, got a bunch of bits to kit bash, started painting a test model, and then spent too long on the test model. And then by the time I knew it, I was like, wait, I don't even want to do this anymore. I never built the team. Yep. Like I moved on to something else. The dopamine had left. My brain was like, I'm on to something else. I do want to mention one thing though. This is very funny because you had just said if you built all the Inquisitorial models with all the detachments, you're a sadist. There was a guy at Nova who was playing in the top 20 with agents, and he had an old school Warhammer case. And he had everything. Like he had built and very well painted every single thing. And I remember I looked at him and in my head I was like, that's iconic, because he had every detachment.
Absolutely.
And anything you could take. And he was also really good. He was my hardest opponent. I played him with PhoBros, and he did stuff to me that I didn't even know you could do. So
the Inquisitorial agents will do that to you from time to time.
Yeah. So, well, guys, this has been one of my favorite ones we've done yet. You know, it's not every podcast that we get to have Tyler grace us and have such good vibes and such good conversation. Thank you to everyone that joined in. Sorry for the initial audio loss problem that was on my end. I had to turn the mixer up, but I figured it out now. So next week we'll be back to normal action with Eric behind the camera and running the stream. And that is all from the PhoBros. Make sure you check out Tyler. He's at Lowbrow Minis on Instagram. Check out George if you don't already follow George and you're listening. That's probably kind of weird because it's mostly Florida guys. So George, he's at Sided Paradice, and I am at Scorpius. Make sure you give us a check, and we'll catch you guys next week.
For honor.
Yep.